Max, why now?
We're ready. We've spent an enormous amount of time and a huge, massive multi-team, multi-month effort to really hone down on what is our brand promise, what is our story, what is the look of Affirm going to be. And it so happens that as we go into the mad rush of the Christmas sales, we will see the largest number of customers yet, and we want them to meet the new Affirm.
Now, you have really interesting insights into consumer behavior in the middle of, a changing economy, interest rates going up, a trade war, political uncertainty, historically low unemployment rate. What trends are you seeing in consumer behavior?
So I think the economy is still generally strong from our vantage point, and we see a slice of the economy extraordinarily well, which is consumer buying, but obviously not everything. So my opinions are colored by what I read in the news. But from our point of view, our customer, which is really just everyone in the U.S. So we serve everyone from the sort of a high-flying one percenters all the way to brand new college students with a lot of student loans. Every one of them generally seems to love our flavor of transparent and honest finance. They're generally still buying. They love the products that are launching for the Christmas season. People are gearing up to do their shopping. I think on the credit quality, we hear from large banks that they're starting to get a little bit more careful. They're reserving a little bit more for losses. In our experience, it has not been the case. From our point of view, the credit is still performing just as well, which only means that we are that much closer to the next recession, but who's to say when?
Max, one other thing you did on top of this relaunch is that you made a bigger push into travel, which is something that you guys got into in 2017, so not that long ago in terms of your 6-year history. What trends are you seeing there? Because traditionally, consumers don't like using credit to go pay for vacations to Hawaii, Florida, wherever they may be going.
So the reason we got into travel in the first place is because we started noticing that our buyers would associate some of the Affirm usage with their travel plans. They would be buying something that they plan to wear during a trip, or they would be booking a hotel, which we worked with online travel agencies for a very long time now. And so we started asking the question, well, can we bring these purchases together? Because ultimately, when you're going on a trip, you are probably going to use your credit card to shop, and you would like to have a very clear idea of how you're paying for the way of getting there and what you're bringing there with you and where you're staying. And so bundling it into a single product seemed like a really good idea, and we launched it with a few partners, and it immediately took off. The trends in travel we're seeing is that the younger customers, so Affirm generally skews younger, something like 67% of our borrowers are millennial. The rumors are true. They prioritize experiences over possessions. A huge number of conversations we have with our buyers, we learn that they want to go to more places, they want to experience more things. We're there to help them with that.
Cyber Monday, Black Friday coming up. How big are the holidays going to be for you, and how is it impacting the companies that you choose to work with?
So we work with both highly cyclic and completely acyclic merchants. So some of our partners in the retail space are battening the hatches, and they're getting ready, and they're stocking and making sure that everything is ready to go, while others are sort of yawning and saying, great, well, they're going to get all that traffic, and we're going to be there when they need to buy the things in January. And so we're certainly expecting another record Q4. We've grown extremely rapidly over the last 6 years. I think U.S. economy looks good to shop, and I think people are not going to stay home. But I think many merchants that we work with are actually getting ready to do their version of Cyber Friday in January. And so we don't get a reprieve. We have to ramp up for December and then for January.
Max, one other thing that you've talked about a lot when launching Affirm was that you guys have better data, better algorithms in terms of figuring out what consumers can afford and how to underwrite for them. I was looking through some bankruptcy filings, though, and in the last 30 days, around 350 people have filed for bankruptcy and enlisted Affirm as a creditor. Obviously, you've given out far more than 350 loans, but is there room for improvement on that, and what are you guys doing about that?
So the sad reality of human life is that bad things happen to good people. Our approach to underwriting is that if we don't believe you can handle this loan, we will not lend to you. We approach credit the same way we approach everything else, with sort of extreme black and whiteness. When we think it's right, we will be there to support you. When we think it's wrong, we will tell you should not borrow money from us. Sadly, people have emergencies, from family emergencies to pet emergencies, and part of our promise is that we will be with our customers when that happens, and we'll stand behind them. And if they declare bankruptcy, we will very sadly let them have their bankruptcy and get out of their way, because that's what bankruptcy is for. I think our underwriting has proven to be excellent and has generally exceeded, I think, every industry metric where such things go. But it would be silly of me to say there's no room for improvement, because there always is. And every new loan, every new merchant, every new borrower, we learn a little bit more. I don't think we have so much better data as we have better processes and often better people when it comes to processing all kinds of data that comes in from our millions of borrowers.